Oh, neat. Okay.
Chad from Frozen Soul. This Frozen Soul release, these cats are out of Fort Worth, Texas. And this album is one of the more anticipated things for me because I was able to get a peek at some of the songs as they were releasing single by single. And I just had a feeling it was going to be thunderous and ridiculous. And it so is. So I'm super happy to be joined by Chad from the band right now, talking about the new release, Crypt of Ice. And you're welcome, man. Let's talk to Chad, and then let's play a song from this release, and then let's play a Pestilent Age jam, and we'll keep Scully around a little bit longer to do some more metal.
All right. Sounds good.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Let's keep it going.
All right.
Let's talk to Chad.
And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs, I got something special coming up for you right now, because if you've been hanging out with us at all, you've seen me basically professing my love to this band all the time here on the show, and it's Texas's Frozen Soul, and I got Chad on the line. What's up, Chad? How are you, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, better now that I'm talking to you, my friend. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got to tell you, let's take it right from the top. Crypt of Ice has just hit the world, and we've been telling everybody about it for weeks now. We've already played 2 songs from it. We're going to play a third tonight even because I'm a huge fucking fan. But just straight badassery, man. How's it feel to finally get that out there into the world for everybody?
Man, it feels great, dude. It's been a lot of work. It's been a whole lot of work, man. Like a lot of putting up with stuff in the world and everything going on, man. It's been a long journey and what feels like a million years, man. But it feels real good, dude. It feels really good.
What a fucking bananas year 2020. You know, we're all glad to see that fucking in the rearview mirror, I believe. So, you know, bigger and better things for 2021, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's good shit. Well, let's take it from the top. For everybody who doesn't know, Chad Green from the band Frozen Soul out of Texas. You guys started around 2 years ago, right? Take it from the top. How did this band come together and become Frozen Soul, sir?
I mean, well, like we technically started in 2016. We had a couple of buddies. One of them plays in a pretty poppin' hardcore band from Texas called Judiciary. And we got together, me and Michael. We kind of met through my job at the time. I worked at a comic shop / like Magic the Gathering store, and Sam, our bass player, also played there at the time. And so actually it's funny because like we basically met over Magic the Gathering. So we basically met through Magic the Gathering. She played Michael, and then I met Michael through working there. We tried to, at the time though, Sam wasn't in the band. And basically, we just started talking, and I was kind of in between bands at the time. My band that I was in at the time, like we were about to play our last show, and I knew music wasn't over. I knew like that band just had run its course, and we had to like figure something else out. When I met Michael, we just kind of, the fire just reignited, and we ended up getting our other band In Times back together and working on stuff, and kind of had the original Frozen Soul kind of on hiatus because it wasn't really working. We kept working on In Times, and then as we started writing music, we were writing stuff that we felt like was kind of too heavy for what we were wanting to do with that band. That band has more of like an epic feel to it. Right. And so we decided like, hell, let's get Frozen Soul back together. So we got Sam, our bass player, to join us. And, then we kind of went from there, went hard writing, and we put our demo out through Maggot Stomp, and things just sort of like kicked up right away. I mean, we got, a bigger buzz than any band I've ever been in. And so we just ran with it, man. We jumped on the road right away and started touring. I knew like, if there's like a little bit of, buzz, like you got to just go with it. You got to run with it. And so we got on the road and, did 3 tours and started kind of writing some new material and, and yeah, then next thing you know, we ended up getting a call from Century Media and, worked a badass deal out, made a bunch of friends, and, here we are, man.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Well, and well deserved, man, because you know, in a world where, let's face it, there's more and more stuff coming out, it's harder to be very defined. This is Frozen Soul is a very defined approach to me, man. You guys have a very fucking, it's thunderous is the first word that comes to my mind. It's a thunderous, punishing fucking sound that I can't get enough, brother. Cannot get enough.
Thanks, man.
Fucking killer. Well, and again, the world being its crazy self, we need shit like this to get through. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Where were you in the progress with this when the whole pandemic kind of shut things down? You know, where you guys,
we were in the studio. Yeah, we were in the studio in the beginning of March. Actually, when we got word that the virus was getting bad and things were probably going to shut down, we were actually, I think, recording guitars. And I think things officially shut down the day I finished vocals. Like I had to drive out and, like, you know, they had slapped us with a curfew and stuff. And I had to, like, I was scared because we had never done anything. We had never, you know, nothing had like that had ever happened before. So, like, I was like, what's going to happen if I'm out past curfew? You know, like, what's going to happen? You know, what the hell is going on? So, like, I was like, we were hurrying to finish up, and you know, I was driving home, like, and I got home like maybe 10 minutes before the curfew started. And, you know, obviously it wasn't even anything big. Like, they weren't really you know, they weren't really fucking with people, you know, like we all thought they would, you know, but it was wild, man. Like it was definitely, it was out of this world weird, man. I never could have saw it coming, dude. It was really strange. It felt weird all around, you know, the record deal and the record, and then like filming videos and all this stuff during all this shit has been pretty surreal. It's pretty weird feeling, honestly. So
it feels almost dystopian at times, man. Like we're in some kind of Orwellian nightmare that we haven't woken up from.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
That's all. But you know, again, I can't do much about the chaos of the world, but I try every week to come out here and at least make sure people are tuned into a soundtrack commiserate to it, you know. Who is the rest of the band? You mentioned Sam is now the bass player. Who are the rest of the people that make up the band?
Yeah, it's Samantha plays bass. Chris plays second guitar. Michael, who started the band with me, plays lead guitar. And then Matt is our drummer. So yeah, that makes up the band now. Everyone that's in the band now is kind of who like solidified our lineup. We brought Chris in like, I'd say like officially in February, like right before the last show that we played with Obituary. And we filmed all the live stuff for the Encased in Ice music video. And Chris and Matt, when, you know, Sam's has always been like had a huge hand in things. But it really helped round us all out when we brought Chris and Matt in, because it allowed us to like really buckle down and write to where it wasn't just, you know, me, Mike, and Sam. We had a full package like team of, you know, ideas and stuff to bounce off each other. And Chris has played in a lot of really badass bands. He plays in a really good band called Steel Bearing Hand right now. We went on tour with them actually, our last tour, and they fucking shred, dude. So you should absolutely check them out. They're like Dallas legends. Yeah, I mean, that's everybody in the band, man. Like everybody's rocking, man.
Well, you bring up the Dallas legends, man. The Texas scene is on fire, brother. I almost can't remember the last time we did a show where we didn't have at least one band on our playlist that was coming out of Texas and bringing it, man. We've had interviews with a bunch of bands, and you know what? I understand we kind of got weird times now, but throw that out the window. What's it been like to be a part of that emerging scene?
It's wild, man. I mean, we have a lot of friends and bands that we like idolize, you know, that came from here, you know, bands like Power Trip and Creeping Death and Devourment, Mammoth Grinder, Iron Age, Will to Live, you know, the list just goes on, man. You know, even Pantera. I mean, I grew up on Pantera, dude. Like my grandparents owned a club in Fort Worth in the 80s called Savvy's. and it was like one of the like premier rock clubs of the 80s, and like everyone played there. Boston, like at one point, like way back in the day, like
I love
Pantera
Boston.
played there. And yeah, man, like, you know, it's weird, man, growing up around that stuff, you know, and never really, I don't know, man, never really like thinking that, you know, even though I loved it, I never really felt like I had a place in it, you know. And then like, you know, you just push and you push and you push, and you know, you make your way for yourself, and it's pretty crazy to like, you know, to be able to get our band and our name out there, you know, and doing these interviews and stuff, being like, I won't say compared, because I don't really think there's like a reason to compare anyone to anyone else, but like just being able to have our name in the same sentence as bands that have done so many amazing things for like our state and for the music in general, like heavy music, you know, there's a lot of bands that have come from Texas that have taken heavy music to the next level, you know, in times throughout like, you know, history. And it's just crazy, man. It's wild. It's a huge honor. It's awesome.
Well, and dude, so goddamn well deserved, man. Because I'm telling you, if you Metal-O-Maniacs out there are not on board already, trust me when I tell you, you need to make Frozen Soul a part of your life, a part of how you get through this stupid ass world. You know what I mean? Fuck, I love the fuck out of everything on this, man. It's silly how much of a fan I am, man. Again, you know, I was tempted to wear the shirt and everything, but I knew I'd come off too much as a fanboy. So,
nah, man, it's all good, dude. I appreciate you, dude.
But for those out there who are just now getting on and figuring out that they need to be on this Frozen Soul thing, what's the best place for them to pick up their copy of this album, to pick up Crypt of Ice, to pick up some merch, that type of thing?
Well, we have like our official merch store is through Holy Mountain Printing. It's just holymountainprinting.com. And you go on there, you hit the band thing, and you scroll down to Frozen Soul. It's also in like our Instagram's bio, so you could just click a link, and it's a link tree that's got like all the different places that you could listen to the songs. You could pre-order the record, or you could buy the record. Like it's a giant link just full of everything. There's also like a bunch of different variants of the record. So, I mean, like personally, I suggest hitting that link because there's a bunch of different colors and cool stuff. And yeah, you can pick it all up. I mean, it's cool to, you know, we tried to make it sort of a collector's thing to where there's a bunch of different stuff and it wasn't just one thing, you know?
Man, you guys got cool merch. I love your merch page. You'll see me on the show sporting it often, my friend, because
oh yeah,
we're almost a broken record here on the show, because it's our times like now, especially with live shows kind of being on a little bit of hiatus and that whatever it is, it's never been more important to pick up some merch, to pick up a hard copy of a CD, to pick up, you know, support your artist that way. Now's the time. If you're able to do it, you know.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Crazy times, man. Well, do you see any end of the rainbow or end of the tunnel? Is there any light so far? Is there any talks of dates, or, you know, are we still just very much in the dark as far as that goes?
I mean, we've gotten like some tour offers for like 2022 and in part of 2021. So I mean, I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, like, you know, there was a certain point where, you know, you just kind of gotta be realistic about things and be understanding to the fact that like times are uncertain. But in life and in general, man, you gotta stay positive, you know, like being negative all the fucking time, it's not going to do anything for you, period. Like you could be negative. You can think about all that shit if you want, but it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to help promote your life or how you feel or anything. It's better to just take care of the shit you got to take care of. If you're in a band, work on music, you know, get everything ready. And, you know, I'll tell you right now, there's not any amount of being ready 100%. Like you've got stuff to do. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other stuff to write. You can all write 5 fucking records if you have to, you know, keep going and worry about that stuff versus like, oh, there's never going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, it is what it is, you know? But I will say, man, like, I think I personally feel good about the future. I feel like tours are coming back. I mean, the vaccines are rolling out. I mean, you got the idiots that are crying about it and being weird about it, but it's like, man, there's enough like genius level minds that are working on trying to fix this and get things right for us. And, you know, I think good things are coming, man. And I really do think tours are going to come back. And man, when they come back, holy shit, they're going to be, I feel like it's going to be like the late 80s all over again, you know, where metal is just like the huge thing. Shows are going to be banging, man. Even small shows. Like, I just know it's going to be crazy, man. Nobody's forgotten. Everybody's still hyped up. Everybody wants to do it, I think, more than ever now. So, you know, I think there is a light, man. I think, and the light's bright too. I think we can all see it if we look hard enough, you know. So
Fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I love you, Chad, brother. That's good.
yeah, thanks, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I needed to hear that shit today, my friend. So what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Staying positive is the name of the game, my friend, you know?
Yeah, that's the way it's just you know, that life has got its bullshit, man, and we write a lot about it. We write a lot about the bullshit and the shitty people and, you know, stuff. But what it boils down to is it's all the way to it's all like an avenue to keep yourself positive and, you know, keep moving forward.
Fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah. My old man used to tell me everybody in the world's got the same fucking excuses, man, but some people don't fucking let that stop them, man. Some people, you know, you can sit in the corner with your excuse if you want to, but that guy over there didn't. You know what I mean?
No, exactly, man. That's the way it is, man. That's just the way it is. It's the way it always has been.
Fuck yeah.
It's the way it always will be.
Goddamn right. Well,
Yeah.
Frozen Soul is my fucking soundtrack to motivation these days, my brother, for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
That's good shit, man.
Thanks.
You got to stay on top of it. I appreciate the fuck out of you spending some time with us here at Metal-O-Mania, sir, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm stoked.
Good shit. Awesome. Well, much love to you, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
You too, brother. You're here with Chad from Frozen Soul, man. You're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Crypt and Scully. Keep fucking listening.
veg is best served cold.
Let's eat.
Wait. Start the reactor.